We are live on YouTube, Twitter, and on Facebook. Matt and Dan here to give you the alternative commentary of Newcastle versus Liverpool. Let's get into it.
The following is a Matt Attack production for SJP World Media.
Absolutely, yes, the Volley is now live here on SJP World Media, a Matt Attack production. I am magnificent Matt Lewis, bringing you the latest game of our watchalongs this season, and I'm joined by my brother from another mother, Mr. Dan Griffin. How are you, sir?
Not bad at all, mate. Not bad at all. I've had a busy but very nice weekend. It was my youngest niece's third birthday yesterday, so we had a good time there with a little bit of silliness around at my house. Stayed up till 3 a.m. Doing little decorations for the house on Friday night. But yeah, ready to get into some football action. I've seen no football this weekend so far, so I'm happy to be sitting down for Liverpool with you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Yeah, I've seen little bits and pieces. We've had it's been a bit of a tough weekend for us who love wrestling, and I'm aware that we are competing against AEW All In. But let's face it, we're gonna have way more interesting stuff on our commentary than you ever get from Taz and Excalibur. But that's but putting all that aside, and as I digress, as Taz would say. Let's talk a little bit before we get ready to kick off. Is around 13 minutes away at today's park. I would like to we'll talk about Lance quickly. We've got Newcastle unchanged for the third game in a row, which I think is the only team this season who haven't made any changes to their starting lineup, which shows consistency, I guess.
It does, and you can't really fault what Eddie Howe's been doing so far. They've won the first two, haven't they? Newcastle, including the absolute spanking of Villa.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tonali's settled in well, so no surprise to see him start. I'm a little bit surprised at Anthony Gordon on the left wing. I'm not massively convinced by him, but obviously I'm not a manager, and Howe must be pleased with him.
Is that your Everton link still, sir?
Maybe. Maybe.
I think it's very, very much warranted. And Graham is saying in the chat, welcome Graham from Good Call Back, of course. Saying Newcastle saying about not changing their tune. It's gonna be one of those guys, isn't it?
Okay, very good. Very good.
Graham also does say morning, afternoon, volley untears. He keeps trying with it. I'm not sure it's going to stick or not. I have to ask, will you have one eye on All In and one on a match second half? I'll probably catch the highlights of All In. Not entirely sure that it is going to be free to air on YouTube, like the link I got a picture of earlier in the week. So I may just, enjoy this game because this is what we're here for. Keeping our eyes on this.
I might.
You might have one eye on things. Well, we'll see, as you said. Interesting. Matip back at the back, of course. Endo starts for Liverpool as well. And Gakpo pushed up top and Jota dropped to the bench.
Yeah, just a bit in the pre-match, Klopp apparently said that Jota couldn't train yesterday due to an illness. So if he's been a bit under the weather, that'd make sense. Very happy to see Wataru Endo start. He looked good. He looked good when he came on last week. We said on the Volley wrap-up podcast for him to come in as he did with minimal training and whatnot, and does still do the job, was impressive. So excited to see what he can do with a week's training under his belt. I think Diaz keeps his place as well, rightly, after scoring in the last game. I do wonder what Nunes has to do to start one, but it's a long season. We're going to have plenty of games to play.
It's killing my fantasy team. I tell you, absolutely killing it.
Well, speaking of killing fantasy teams, what about Haaland missing that penalty?
Well, this is very true, of course. Missed a penalty, of course, but did score. So one could argue that he redeemed himself. My brother told me via messenger that he he never showed up for the big games. I'm not entirely sure. I think they can thank Rodri for bailing him out of trouble today, though, seeing as it was 1-0 with 84 minutes to go on, sort of thing.
Yeah, apparently so.
Glad the red from McAllister was overturned during the week. Yes, absolutely right. So.
Yeah.
Before we get into things, we've got maybe 9 minutes to go to start the game. I want to address a couple of things here. One is what was said by a referee on a podcast this week, that he deliberately didn't send somebody over to the VAR screen because he didn't want him to have a hard time from the players. And he was prepared to take flack for that. And I'm a little bit annoyed about it, I'll be honest. I'm a little bit annoyed about it because I have done refereeing, not at elite level, but they are there to police the game and make the hard calls. So deal with it is what I say on that side of things. The other thing I would like to maybe pass a little bit of comment on is what's been happening in Spain. Obviously, last Sunday we haven't been live since last Saturday, of course. Last Sunday, of course, my birthday, but at the same time, it was also the Women's World Cup final, where Spain beat England, and congratulations to Spain for that. I've no problem.
Much the better team on the night, to be honest.
Absolutely, but there is a big sexist pig in the room. I was going to say elephant, but no, pig seems more appropriate. It's just snowballed. I do believe at the current there's nearly 100 players have refused to play for the Spanish team unless the Spanish football president resigns. And Graham actually thrown in the chat. Luis Rubiales, the Spanish FA have activated the sexual violence protocol after the Hermoso kiss. Yes, that is very, very true. Basically, it's getting very, very messy. I know Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Sevilla have all called on him to resign as well. But yet the federation themselves backed him, and actually we're going to take legal action against her until FIFA suspended him. And I'm thinking like, wow,
it's fucking ridiculous.
Absolutely. So looks like for once FIFA are doing the right thing. It would seem. Mine ain't got much choice really. Because we seem to be having the Me Too movement of Spain happening right now. Yeah. And it's interesting seeing the guy, the actual head honcho of the Spanish women's football team, actually criticise him, given that he was one of the people in the stadium this week, applauding him, saying, "I'm not going to resign. Fuck off, mate." Anyone else would have been fired for what he did. You would have been, Dan. I would have been for sure if we had done that. But the fact is, I'm not. But what the point? Like she lifted him up. I'm like, what were you watching? I mean, I know they're strong, these women footballers, but seriously. But yeah, so we will keep half an eye on it. But at the same time, we probably won't report on anything else about it until there is a resolution to it, because there's a lot of legal issues around it. But we obviously, the big thing on the Volley as always is we do not condone discrimination of any kind, and this clearly is. Very interesting to see that on the screen. Down, we're approaching kickoff here in the UK. That the Newcastle have not won any of the last 13 against Liverpool. That's a big one for Newcastle.
Yeah. Well, I think last season Liverpool were the only team to do the double over Newcastle.
Yes.
And also, but I've just saw a stat flash up as well that 8 of Liverpool's 9 defeats last season were in away games.
Well, that's you'd like to hope that Liverpool, and actually any team in the Premier League, would have a rock solid defence at home, because that you got the home advantage. You'd think that would be
true.
You think they would do better at home than away. That being said, as the players start to come out here, we of course have an unofficial rule now on the Volley, of course, which is drink for Doak. Ben Doak is on the bench again today. He made his Premier League debut against Chelsea, and we're hoping that he gets some more game time today. Now, of course, you can make that a beverage of your choice. I'm personally going to go for a I'm going to hide the brand because we're not sponsored. A bitter lemon today, because I'm on the soft drinks. Because yesterday when I weighed in, Dan, I actually clocked up my 3 stone loss.
Well done, mate. That is fantastic.
In 11 weeks. Yeah, I'm very proud of myself. Very proud of myself. I've only got a couple of weeks, so I go to America as well, which is probably where I'm going to end up putting about 4 or 5 pounds back on.
I thought you were going to say 4 or 5 stone.
No. Because you can eat a lot of good stuff over there, so that's all good.
Oh, you can.
We will get to food talk. In fact, food talk we're going to do throughout the show, but thoughts, Dan, we'll get thinking about this before the game starts, and we'll talk about it during the first and second half. Graham saying 4 or 5 pounds per week.
Not with the amount of walking you do around the theme parks. No,
Graham, you do like 60,000 steps some days at Animal Kingdom, and it's hilly as well. It's very hilly as well. What's the best food you've ever eaten on vacation, on holiday? Your best vacation foods.
Does a work trip to China count? Because although I was getting paid for it, I didn't actually do any work.
Then yes, it counts. Graham says go to the buffets. Graham, some of the buffets are brilliant, because the great thing buffet at Animal Kingdom, which is just rices and grains and things like that. So no.
So I was lucky enough to be sent to China in 2016 for work. There were a group of 8 of us, and in Beijing we got taken to a place called the China Lounge, and the chefs there who prepare the duck are not allowed near anything that goes to table for 2 years. So it comes out. It's like the duck pancakes you can get anywhere, but turned up a notch and obviously completely authentic. However, our guide told us we had these little pots of granules, and I thought they were salt or something like that. But she said, take the skin from the duck, very crispy and a bit of fat underneath, and just dip it in the whatever those crystals were, and put it on your tongue. It turns out there was sugar, and the skin and the fat was still so hot on the duck that it melted the sugar and went like a savoury caramel.
Oh, wow, that's lovely.
So that is the best thing I've ever eaten abroad, and it's annoying because I know I'll never taste anything like that again.
Well, you say that, Dan. I dare say I could probably replicate it for you, so I'll give it a go anyway.
Yeah.
Graham in the chat is saying, on my last vacation, salt and pepper chips. I'm guessing he means actual chips we have in the UK rather than.
I think he means salt and pepper chips from a Chinese takeaway.
And Graham calling out my shirt here. Gunkle sound like a MAGA uncle?
Not quite, Graham.
I'm not sure MAGA would actually.
NRA maybe.
No. Oh, got you now. Got ya. No, Graham.
Yeah.
Quite clearly for gay uncle. I could be shut off and just be topless, but we actually want viewers. So we are underway here in the UK.
And Matip's going to ping it forward as we always do.
Yeah. So I'd do a time check, but the clock on the screen has
we're
actually
breaking
stopped
quickly.
at 7 seconds.
Shabbat coming in. Oh, we've got a corner already.
Dan, just for context,
my clock stopped as well.
at 7 seconds. So anyone who wants us to do a time check, we can't give a time check because it says 7 seconds.
Also, I must say as well, a disappointment from my end. I wasn't with the aforementioned birthday party for my niece yesterday. I didn't get to the butcher's, so I don't have a halftime pie.
Nor do I, unfortunately, today, which is for the first time pie club I have no pies. My brother James in the chat saying Pierre Gasly. Where did he finish, James? I didn't get a chance to finish the end of the race. We are live, obviously. So do let me know in the chat how Pierre Gasly got on. Because he was doing very well for Alpine at the time.
Matip's looking lively early on. He was breaking forward to make the tackles. He's up there for the header.
Now,
yeah,
I know we get some viewers who are from the Burnley area. What do you think of Nick Pope?
I really like Nick Pope for a long time, and probably still now. I think he should be England number one.
Yeah, because Nick Pope's a good goalkeeper. I fully believe that, and I also believe he is very easy on the eye as well. I'll be honest. He's certainly better looking than Jordan Pickford is anyway. But I've said that the back of a bus is more appealing than Jordan Pickford. And there's an offside flag up against Mo Salah.
That's unfortunate because what a ball that was from Verge.
Virgil van Dijk very good at those long balls, and that's good. Mo Salah, of course, being linked with a move to Saudi Arabia this week. Is he going to go?
Not going to happen. No. Not unless the club get a ridiculous offer.
Well, they're apparently offering 100 million. Apparently.
Oh, that's not enough. Double it.
So make him the most expensive player in the world. Okay, we've got Graham in the chat saying Salah being offered a ridiculous salary to play in Saudi, and I understand him wanting to go, but a transfer of only 38 million I saw rumoured. Too low and not enough time to replace. You can't. He's irreplaceable, Graham. Actually, he's irreplaceable.
Unless you were going to get in Mbappe.
But it's a bit late. But we are less than a week to the end of a transfer window, which, by the way, is this Friday, of course. Anyway, it's a bit early to plug this, but on Friday, this coming Friday, we are going to be here live for here at SJP World Media, and then we will be following that show, following full time. We're going to give you about half an hour to get yourself refreshed, and then we're going to be live for the closing of the transfer window that same night. That is going to be, I dare say, there'll be some heavy activity happening. If you're just joining us here on the Volley, welcome. This is Matt Lewis and Dan Griffin, almost said my previous incarnation's name there. Bring you live alternative commentary to Newcastle versus Liverpool from the English Premier League here on Twitter, YouTube, and on Facebook via SJP World Media. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Just looking at the way Liverpool are setting up when Newcastle have the ball in their back line, one of either Szoboszlai or McAllister is always pushing up to make it effectively a front four, and I think McAllister already looks a lot happier. Than he did when he was being asked to play six.
Having Endo there just gives him that license to move. And that was late by Endo, but it meant they had to play it early, and it's right down the line, and it's still not going out of play.
That's quite extraordinary.
Because the whole ball got to cross the line, obviously, now. That's the big deal. And the ball hadn't fully got the line. And there, when looking at it close up, it didn't. Okay, so time check for those who want it is now 4:20. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was handball, surely, yeah. Also, I did like pre-match. We didn't get a chance to cover it at the time, but Faustino Asprilla is in the crowd.
Yes, He scored in both those 4-3 defeats by Liverpool back in 95-96, I believe.
Yeah, big Tino. He was a joy to watch back in the day.
Graham has just sent me a joke post saying that Luis Rubiales says he identifies as a woman. I'm not entirely sure that. I think it's a bit early for those sort of jokes. And that's a yellow card being handed out to Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Great, that's a fuck you for my fantasy team.
And mine. Oh, hang on. Had he booked Trent? Or he
no, it's got to be
he booked him for the descent. He booked him for the descent.
Well, if Trent's going to be that dumb, then he deserves it, because we all know what's happening
James
now.
in the chat saying silly yellow. It was a silly yellow because Trent done like a tackle. Here comes Salah.
Oh, he's done burn there. Not the second time, though.
Oh, Trent's put him over.
Oh, no way. It's not a yellow, that, though.
He's shaking his head. Anthony Gordon. And they're all screaming at the referee and the fourth official here.
Well, they shouldn't, because Shabakli needs to walk away for one.
James, he's going. I'm very worried he might be here.
He can't be.
Referee is using his common sense here. He's calming everything down.
Yeah. Obviously, it's good. Oh, right. Anthony Gordon, piss off, waving your arms about.
What he's done there, he's told Trent, that's your last one.
Yeah. Back in your box, one more, that's it.
So you can't say he had any chance. Can't say he had a chance there.
I still don't think that was a yellow for the second one, for the foul. It
wasn't a foul. The yellow was for him throwing the ball back at the player who fouled him.
Oh right, okay, I missed that.
He goes down very easily there. He does make contact, but he goes down. Yeah, Trent's a little frustrated there. Referee got that absolutely spot on. We are going to try and be objective here, but we also are, where we are Liverpool fans. I'm going to try and be objective where possible. I'm going to credit where it is due. But this is our team obviously playing right now. James was in the chat saying Tommy Yasu sent off for that last week. Yep, and he shouldn't have been. Bullshit. I mentioned that on the Volley Podcast, which is available right now on SJP World Media's podcast feed, available anywhere you get your podcast, where you can also listen to great shows like Chain Wrestling. You can do Waiting Room, or even the Doctor Who pod with two amazing.
That's a lovely one too.
Oh
yeah, I've heard it's pretty good. I've heard it's pretty good, that Doctor Who pod.
Yes, and not just because I've been a guest on it either.
Because I'm on it every week.
Well, and you do a great job, sir. You do a great job. Yeah,
Thank you.
He doesn't throw it at him, but he does throw it away. Graham in the chat is saying, for Trent, isn't that in itself a yellow card offence? Now, yes, it is, Graham, for context. So absolutely. But to be fair, referee showed quite a lot of leniency there. Now we've got a corner for Liverpool attacking the.
Get Matip's head on this.
Pope didn't get there. Salah recovering and retrieved it nicely. But Kieran Trippier does retrieve the ball.
Yeah. Oh, that's a silly ball by Salah.
Salah does foul Trippier. Whew. That was a lot happening in the first 9 minutes of the game, Dan.
I just realised as well, just popped into my head about your T-shirt for Gunkle. I've seen one that my brother threatened to get me that said Drunkle.
That's appropriately fair. That's appropriately fair. I might change my shirt at the moment if Graham's going to make that sort of comment, because I got this and I was very proud of this Pride shirt.
And Graham's ruined it. Did you see Joe Gomez? Did you see Joe Gomez warming up then?
Well, Joe Gomez is always warming up, to be fair. He's been warming up since last season. But as James making that call in the chat saying Trent getting subs soon, maybe. Very possible. Graham is saying Alan Shearer apparently on X or Twitter is saying consistency, the first isn't given, then that's a yellow.
Alan Shearer's about as objective as I am.
But to be fair, he's definitely wearing his Newcastle colours. He's wearing the zebra in this one, definitely. To be fair, I would make every case not. To be fair. Here's Salah. Shopper's like, oh, he just dances through and still got a pass with a Gakpo. And here he is again. Could Szoboszlai be the best signing Liverpool made this window, maybe? Besides Endo.
Potentially. I think for longevity, quite possibly, but it's hard to argue with the bargain that is Alexis McAllister.
That is quite a good point. Although we haven't had... It would have been a little bit more sour if that red card had stood. Because obviously last year, our big name signing scored in his debut. And then goes himself in the second game. And I've got to admit, never really recovered. So hopefully Núñez can get on in the second half and get a goal or two.
I've just remembered Joe Cole's debut for Liverpool against Arsenal.
Yeah, got sent off, didn't he? In the first half.
Yeah, and never recovered.
Nah, at least he was painless in terms of the transfer fee. We paid nothing.
Yeah, nice recovery from Big Boz there.
Yeah, say your family have named him Boss, haven't they?
Yeah, because Szoboszlai is a bit of a mouthful, but our Boz.
I mean, some people are saying we should call him Dirty Dom because of Dominic Mysterio's new nickname, Dirty Dom Mysterio. But I'm like, no.
Trent there running a bit of a risk going in. Oh, that's going to be given as a free kick.
Yeah, that is a free kick.
Yeah, I know. It's just it bothers me when players when they're challenging from behind.
Well, to be fair, that was a bad.
Yeah, it was. It just annoys me because I get they want to win the ball back, but you'd think as professionals they'd understand that as soon as anybody feels a hand come round that they're going to go down and it's going to be given.
We've seen Jimenez score from here before, of course.
Yeah, I don't think it'd take a lot to beat Alisson from there. I think Trippier's over it.
Trippier is over it. We dinked in, of course.
Yeah, big Dan Burn at the back post.
12th minute. No, Newcastle Liverpool.
Oh, not going towards Dan Burn.
Sorry. Diaz has pulled up.
He's all right. I think it's just a bit of a knock on his knee. Be a bit of a stinger.
Yeah, he pulled up, but he is now walking his way back towards halfway. But yeah, every time Diaz pulls up, I just get that little bit of a twinge myself, thinking like, "Are you sure, sir?"
Yeah, after last season, it's always a bit of a worry. Endo getting his foot in nicely there.
Yeah, he's a bit of a tiger, isn't he? Apparently, he likes getting his foot in.
Yeah, loves a tackle, that lad. It's all just settled down a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you got to get your foot in the ball, a bit like Endo did just there, and give us a chance. I keep wanting to say Hendo, like Henderson, thinking it's a short name, but it's not. Endo is his full name. It's a little. It's perfect pronunciation for a Scouser. At least that's good.
Yeah. Or a Yorkshireman, because we don't believe in pronouncing H's.
Here.
Yeah, Almiron enjoying a hell of a resurgence under Eddie Howe after being something of a joke, really.
Yeah, let's not forget that people were thinking Eddie Howe were going to be Joe Linton as well. Really got a resurgence.
Yeah, fantastic in the middle of the park. Who'd have thought that sounded as a £40 million striker?
But the thing is, sometimes players just work better in different positions. I mean, you look at players like Thierry Henry, who was a winger when he was signed, put up front by Wenger, became one of the greatest strikers to ever play in the Premier League. Arguably the greatest ever to play in the Premier League.
He's definitely up there. Yeah, I would like to see Liverpool just put a bit of possession together, because and then we just give it away. Joe Linton with a very nice interception coming back. Or was that Guimaraes? Can't quite. It was Joe Linton. His blonde hair. swear I need to get my eyes tested sometimes.
And you're wearing glasses, so.
Hang on, let me just...
Are they glasses or milk bottles? Newcastle got some
Who
good
said
breaking
that?
here.
We just can't get our foot on the ball.
Straight on Alison's throat.
Yeah. Luckily, Joe Linton isn't as clinical as they hoped he'd be. Yeah, another one of those every single bounce dropping for a Newcastle player there.
Graham says, can't wait till half time. I'm gonna get me lunch.
Well, I don't have a pie, but I do have a snack food to eat at half time.
Excellent.
And it'll be my first time trying it, so I'm very excited.
Excellent. Any hint what it could be?
It's a snack in a bag.
Here. Good save.
Yeah, simple enough. It's a snack in a bag, but flavoured in a way that I've never seen before.
Okay. I will and eagerly wait with anticipation as Alexander-Arnold is in here.
Yeah.
And the ball was not good.
Oh, that was pathetic.
Which is not a set of words you normally associate with Trent Alexander-Arnold's passing.
No.
Szoboszlai finds Diaz though.
That is a lovely ball.
Who cuts inside.
Go on, Diaz.
Still going. Great save at near post by Nick Pope.
And you can probably hear the commentary from the other room as well.
We get to have your dad on the show one day as a special guest.
It's hard enough to get me to behave myself. I'm not sure about him as well. Yeah, that was lovely work from Diaz. It was nice to see him back to his... Yeah, so that was goal-bound.
Important save.
You say about Pope and our rating. When Pope was at Burnley with Ben Mee and Tarkowski in front of him, I was actually an advocate for using those three for England, which I think I've mentioned on this show before.
I think our good friend Chris Harris had the same sort of opinion.
Well, he would, but I'm someone who actually knows about football.
Yeah, true. Well, to be fair, we are hoping to have him on once he's finished moving house as well, some late in the season. So we love you, Chris.
Again,
sorry,
poor ball from Trent again.
I think he's a little bit rattled. He needs a few words from Jurgen to calm him down. That reminds me of the story that Jose Mourinho once told about Balotelli being on a yellow card.
Yeah, what was that?
He got booked when he was at Inter Milan, and he was the only striker they had. All the other strikers were injured. So he's been 14 of a 15 minutes of half time telling Mario Balotelli, don't get yourself booked second half, don't get yourself sent off, because if you do that, we've got no one who can replace you. Okay, 14
Balotelli do?
30 seconds in the second half, yellow card, red card. 30 seconds. Which is Balotelli all over, sort of thing. But Trent, when he gets his gander up, he has got a lot of passion. Much like our former captain, Mr. Gerrard, Trent does lead with his heart on his sleeve, which I admire. But sometimes he has a lot of...
It's a bit too much fire. If you have too much fire, you can get burnt.
Oh, well kept in by Mo Salah, and that went up and out after Burn passed it straight to Trent.
Well intercepted by Endo as well to kick that off.
But Trent's ball again was not good. Not good at all.
He needs to get his head on straight. It's you've had a bit of time now to get over that.
Yeah. He needs to calm down and just take a touch. Good ball over the top. But too much there for Trippier in the end. Okay, come up. 20 minutes played. 0-0.
Fair reflection so far. I think Liverpool have had the best chance with Diaz. Newcastle have had a couple of half chances. It's very finely poised.
Indeed. This is probably also a good time while I'm having a drink for coffee from my volley mug to just remind everybody that all of our merch on SJP World Media at the moment is 35% off. Visit tpublic.com/SJP World Media to get access to the various new designs for the volley, including our new half-time pie club shirts. You can get them as mugs, shirts, or indeed as pillows. I've got my pillows on order.
I haven't ordered anything yet because I spent too much on Impact tickets this month.
Oh yeah, because you're going to watch Impact Live, sir, do you believe?
Yeah, doing the full tour of Glasgow, Newcastle and Coventry in 3 days.
I haven't been to Glasgow or Coventry, but I have been to Newcastle. It is an amazing city.
Yeah, I'm up there in 2 weeks, actually. I'm going up there for, on the 9th, I'm going up for North and heading over to Rio's, which is a Brazilian, it's one of the, I can't remember what you call it, churrasca, where you just keep your card on green and they'll just keep bringing you meat.
I had one of those. Me and some of our friends went to one in Soho, a Brazilian, it was a Brazilian barbecue place basically, and literally red for I'm good, green for yes please, and I actually got it signed by a good friend of ours, Dr. Ken, who who was visiting from Hong Kong at the time. Pre-COVID, but yeah, good food.
Yeah,
good food. I love Brazilian barbecue. Yeah,
went to Rio's a few months back with my friends Lauren and Andy, and all the meat was fantastic. The beef ribs in particular were delicious. But then right at the end, when I thought I couldn't fit any more food in me, they brought out some lamb, and I absolutely love lamb, and it was a religious experience. I sat there and I just, when you're in your own little world, and then.
Yes.
I must have done some sort of little happy dance or something like that because Lauren and Andy both were staring at me and I said, "Don't look at me, this is a personal moment."
I remember when we were picking stuff for the wedding, we were torn between a few different things. We went for the chip shop feast, which was clearly a well-received thing, but we were toying with the idea of maybe having I was toying with the idea of having a hog roast.
Yes, I've seen that done before.
But it was £25 per person per head. And I was like...
Bit pricey.
I was like, I can't ask people to be paying that.
I've just seen the latest comment from Graham. That had crossed my mind because I do have beer in the fridge, so I may well just go quickly grab myself a beer or two for the second half, depending on what I've got. Because I think I've only got a high percentage stuff left.
I've got cider in the fridge. The charity we were doing... you may have be aware that I was doing some charity work this past week.
Yes.
I was raising money for a local school by going to stocks and being pelted with wet sponges. We raised nearly £200 for the school, which was great. Absolutely. But the headmaster bought us 4 crates of alcohol as a thank you. So, we will get to that momentarily. The beer, I say Red Stripe and Strongbow. I mean, me and Chris took the Strongbow, never two to the beer. Salah goes for goal!
One more. No, it's just a cider, that one. Just a cider.
It's a cider for sure. Graham in the chat, is there a code for anyone looking to purchase some beer perchance?
There is, and do you know what? When I do get my half-time pint, I will get to that because I will be drinking some very fine brew from Tartarus Beers.
We've got the breaking here, defended by Endo.
Yeah.
Well defended by Endo as well. Very calm, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Unflappable.
Pope playing sweeper.
I think Robbo didn't realise how quick Sandro Tonali is then.
Tonali is an amazing player.
Yeah, he looked fantastic. Slotted straight into this Newcastle team.
Very young as well. He's got a long career ahead of him.
He's 23, 24.
Yeah. He's got a long career ahead of him for sure.
Could end up being a Newcastle legend.
Well, they're few and far between nowadays. Well, I said that Sterling should maybe. Oh, mistake there.
Oh no! What was
and
that?
Andy Gordon scored.
Oh. Trent needs to come off. This is what I get for talking shit about Anthony Gordon pre-match. He's having a horror show today, is Trent. Oh dear, it's a very good finish by Gordon. I'll give him that.
Yeah, it was a good finish. Newcastle 91,
Oh dear.
Liverpool 0.
Was that through Allison's legs as well?
Underneath his legs, I think.
Oh dear.
Good.
Yeah, very good goal.
Taken. We are hoping to be joined at some point at half time, perhaps, and maybe at full time as well by our co-host Conor McCabe. He has moved down south. Not entirely sure they say that like that in America, but he's moved down south and he will be resuming duties as and when he can with us. Not sure when the Volley Podcast will be coming out this week. But there's no football again after today until Friday, so that we have a bit of leeway, Dad, to be fair, of when we record and get it out.
Yeah, which is good because this is the first football I've seen all weekend, so I'd quite like to at least watch match of the day before we do that.
Absolutely, Liverpool are breaking here.
Yeah, need to find something soon.
As things stand, Newcastle will go top of the league. Van Dijk sneaks in, gives away a free kick on the and red card.
Never. That has got to be looked at by VAR. What was that?
We need to look at this one because I'm not sure.
Yeah. We need to see it. We need to see the replay. God, this could be a double disaster for Liverpool. Salah and Alisson need to just shut up and move away. I feel like Isaac's over-egging the pudding here.
Graham, Jade in the chat is saying, "Oh no." Stuart Atwell is the video assistant referee today.
I thought it's odd that we haven't seen a replay yet. Here we are. Anthony Gordon plays it in. Oh, it might.
He gets the ball before the player, but I don't know.
That looks fine. Ooh.
VR decision. Red card for Virgil van Dijk.
Fuck's sake. So we're ending today's broadcast at half-time. He was the last man. He got the ball. I don't really know what to say to that.
Nor do I, on that side of things.
Who comes off now then? Because Gomez is getting ready. Because we need another defender.
Trent Alexander-Arnold takes the captain's armband, and he's really a card himself. He takes the rear leg first.
He does, yeah.
The first one's fine, but he takes the back leg first, so you have to go for that. Yeah. And it was a denial of a goal scoring opportunity. Drogo is coming on. I imagine it'll be Gakpo, probably.
Yeah.
Leave Salah
It's got
and
to be one of the forwards. Yeah.
Thing is, though, Liverpool are lining up for a set piece with some very dangerous players against them, with only 3 defenders on. You got Trippier and Gumieres over it.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Trippier slot this. I think is that not Fabian Schär?
I believe Schär, isn't it? Schär straight to the wall.
Fine.
And Tonali put it wide. Alisson will calm things down for the substitution to be made.
That shot from Tonali looked deflected to me.
James in the chat saying Liverpool need a big regroup with Trent as well. Gordon's going to have a field day. Liverpool still not making a change here. Trippier takes the corner. And it's saved by Alisson.
Yeah. And to be fair, as Newcastle, you have to go to Dan Burn at the back post or wherever he is.
Alisson cleared downfield. And it's now back with Pope.
Yeah. Were they really claiming for a handball against Salah then?
Yeah, they were.
They're becoming a bit twatty in Newcastle.
Your words, my friend. I could not possibly make that comment.
Fine, I'll rephrase it. They're becoming a bit like Atletico Madrid.
There you go. that I can agree with, yes.
Which, in terms of winning football matches and ultimately winning trophies,
looks like
will not be a bad
thing
thing.
For the time being.
Yeah, I think it looks like they're just trying something out because Endo can obviously play centre-back.
Which is good. Obviously, he can do that role. Ball up on the far side here.
So if Endo's, sort of floating between the lines, dropping back when needed, stepping
coming
up.
off.
Yeah, well, he took that knock, didn't he? And Gakpo can fill in midfield if needs, a bit further back. If we're trying to link up and find Salah.
Diaz goes straight off on the far side. He's not happy about going off, but he does. He understands.
Well, of course, as a professional, you have to understand the tactical change when you see one.
Yeah. Alisson now playing centre half sweeper. Trent Alexander-Arnold. So what's the lie? Gomez on the left of the
left-sided centre back.
I mean, usually plays right side, so this is going to be interesting. Advised Matip didn't slot across, but I guess rather than rejigging in the entire back line, it makes a bit more sense, I suppose.
Yeah, it does.
Gomez can play left side, obviously. I've seen him do it.
And as we see here, Endo. So I was just saying as well, as we see there, Endo dropping in to make it a back three. He's going to have a lot on his plate now, is the new signing.
Indeed, but I don't mind. But he's got. Is it now? We'll see what the Liverpool side's all about. As Liverpool, Gakpo out to Robertson, looking for the Gakpo.
Yeah, just a bit too high and too easy for Pope.
Liverpool, of course, last weekend did score with only 10 men.
Yeah, but we'd already had 2 goals before that as well.
I'm literally just saying the facts, sir. 35 minutes played at St James's Park, and we've got more than 5 minutes of stuff to talk about on the Volley Podcast already this week. Gordon against Alexander-Arnold is going to be a tasty game.
Yeah, because we've already seen Salah pull out of at least one opportunity to make a tackle because he simply cannot afford to get booked. and with Gordon's pace, that's you've got to be absolutely certain. They've got the numbers over at the back post.
Endo puts it behind for a corner.
A very indecisive goalkeeping from Alisson there as well.
Endo took charge of the situation. He is the captain of Japan, of course. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is where you need Endo to step up and help Trent in terms of leadership. Unquestionably, he's part of that leadership group now. Trent with big header out. Oh, great save by Alisson!
Ooh. Why didn't he gather it? Whew.
That's onto the bar and then back out.
Yeah.
That's a great save.
That's ridiculous.
Liverpool hanging on here. And a bit of a wasted shot there in the end.
When this Newcastle team are on song and are in the ascendancy, they're very difficult to stop.
James the Jack saying, world-class save.
He's a world-class shot stopper.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of world-class shot stoppers, has De Gea got a club yet?
He does not.
You'd think you could walk into most teams, wouldn't you? In Europe.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, maybe he's given it Bayern Munich a desperate for a goalkeeper at the moment. They haven't signed him up.
Yeah, actually, you'd have thought so.
Temporarily.
Just give him a year's deal or something like that.
Yeah, or 6 months even. You think
there has to be more to that.
Maybe he's waiting for the right deal to come across. He didn't get. Oh, hello.
Ooh. We don't need an injury to Boz.
No, but he's up again straight away, sort of thing. But that was Stinger there. Anthony Gordon, there's something on that.
He does. He can be, like I say, he can be very Atletico Madrid, this team. Very happy to put in a challenge and then very vocal when a challenge gets put in on them, shall we say.
Alisson with a punch wasn't a convincing one. I know being blocked off there by Isaac. And it's a wasted shot in the end there by our Almiron, I think now? Yes.
It was, yeah. But the fact they're able to get it away is concerning.
Well, they did get it away, Dan, but it wasn't in any way controlled. So that's actually good defending.
A trend in modern goalkeeping, though, there seems to be so many times, to me, again, not as someone who isn't a goalkeeper, where it seems almost even easier and sensible to catch the ball, but so many goalkeepers just decide to punch it away. And I don't know if that's to do with recycling the ball or keeping it in play or whatever.
Yeah,
but
recycling the ball is the main reason why. Yeah,
it just doesn't sit right with me. Maybe I'm just too old and football's passing me by, but sometimes just catch the bloody thing.
It was good. It was good enough for Bob back in the day for Arsenal, wasn't it?
Bob.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his last name. James will remind me in the chat, I'm sure. Used to do ITV's football coverage.
Bob
Wilson.
No. Oh, Bob. No. Okay, bad to know. Who's this young lad that keeps showing in the crowd? Oh, Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall's on loan from Chelsea. Lewis Hall, who literally looks about 4. Seriously,
he's a bit baby-faced.
Jackson from the JGB Sports Podcast looks older. And Jackson has got a very baby face still. It's going to pay a difference when he's older, Graham. Trust me. Liverpool, these are times to reset and regroup. Can't take too long about it, obviously, because now there is the time limiting rules, obviously, and they add it to the time on. So yeah, of course, West Ham will be visiting Luton, which is going to be Luton, their first home game, I believe.
Yes, now that the stadium's ready.
It's,
Ooh, Endo got cleared out there.
but it's straight back up again. No, bless him.
Yeah, no fucking about from our
Oh,
Endo.
he kicked the. Obviously, he kicked the ball away, but he kicked the ball back to where it should be. So I'm going to calm down again momentarily.
It does feel like Liverpool are very much trying to see this out till half time and not let it get any worse. Bit of crisis management.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's maybe not a bad plan right now.
Yeah. It all needs to just settle down, get our shape, keep the foot on the ball, and just try and build.
If you can nick one before half time, then great, sort of thing. But Trent looking for Gakpo here.
Ooh, nice ball.
Pope was out of his position. That was a great ball. That was better from Trent.
It was, yeah. It just took it. Yeah, Gakpo forced a bit too far wide, and any other day we might have got a corner. But
And it's 3 against 3 here.
Trent's back to make it 4.
Graham's got some stats here. I'll bring them to you momentarily. Now Liverpool have recycled the ball out. I will quickly bring them up. So yeah, apparently Liverpool had a player red carded in back-to-back Premier League game for the first time since 2015. They only had 2 red cards across the previous 139 league matches before this. That is very true, Graham. Although I'd like to point out that most games this season, it would seem, have had red cards due to these new dissent regulations, which, to be fair, should make a few people stop it.
You'd hope. If the lesson is shut the fuck up, then it's one they need to learn very quickly.
Put it this way, after the first 2 weekends of the season, they were already 1/3 of the way to yellow cards given out for dissent last season. 1/3 already.
Good.
As things stand, we're currently looking at 668. That's what they've worked out at the current rate. There'll be 668 handed out for dissent this season.
Wow.
And of course, some of them will be second yellows, of course. So we could be we see some big players missing big games because of these rules. But these rules were put in place for everybody, and I don't mind that. To be fair, it's now going to make Trent think twice about a tackle, for example.
Yeah, but as well, it's long been a problem in footballing circles, particularly when you compare it to a sport like rugby, where respect for the referees taught at a grassroots level. To actually see the professionals be penalised for dissent will hopefully make the grassroots level think twice, and therefore the next generation or two of footballers come through with a bit more respect for the referees and a bit less of the bullshit.
I remember once when I was running a line for a Sunday League team down here. Running is a selective term. I witnessed the goalkeeper who was sent off for headbutting the opposition's striker after the game, slashing the tyres of the referee's Fiat Panda.
Jesus wept.
All 4.
Oh, God.
Graham in the chat is saying, Gary Lineker saying, apparently might not be the general consensus, but it looked like a very harsh red to me. Van Dijk clearly got the ball. Maybe my eyes are getting worse with my old age. We have since the replay for that though, we have come to agreement that he looked at it again, and he does take the standing foot before he gets the ball. So for that, unfortunately, it is a straight red card. We don't like it, but it is the case.
Yeah, and just to let everybody know, I do have the all-in 0 hour pre-show just on my phone down to my left as I'm watching the football.
Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Go on, Trenticle.
Squares it to Salah. Robertson.
Come on.
But that's a foul, McAllister.
Yeah, got to be.
By Almiron.
We'll take that.
Yeah, just what Liverpool want going up to half time. I'm watching it in slow over and over, and I'm agreeing with Gary Lineker. Well, don't watch it over and over, Graham. Watch us instead. Okay, we can't change what's happened now, okay? We can maybe appeal for the red card because it's straight red afterwards, but it is what it is for now. We're approaching the 45-minute mark here in the United Kingdom, so I'm wondering how much we're going to be adding on. I'm guessing 6 minutes.
I'm going to go with 5.
Sorry,
just saying, I've got.
Is he going to go for goal?
I think he might, judging by the run-up.
That was the bottle eye. 4 minutes.
It was. I was closest. I win.
You do. You win a cookie.
I've actually got one in the other room. I was just saying, I've got the all-in pre-show on my phone, and my word, Wembley looks good.
I'm listening to you. You got the perfect audio-only podcast. Thank you, Graham. I think.
I have often been told I've got a face for radio.
Yeah, well, I could make a comment that someone has a voice for deaf people. I'm not going to, though, because there's no one I can think of who that's a foul. Yes,
it is. Yeah, we'll have that. And that will we have a booking? Because Joe Linton's been throwing his weight around. He's had a few like that. He can't be far off
back
again.
Back of his ankle as well.
See, this is what I mean.
Salah beating in the air on that occasion. Salah in the air is not going to be able to beat these Newcastle boys in the air. Oh, but on the ground, he's stuck in there, and Gakpo is recovering here. And then gets fouled again. Liverpool here are winning some fouls.
Yeah, well, like I said, the Newcastle nowadays are a very Atletico Madrid team. Just the way Joe Linton there, he makes a foul. It's not the first one he's made. He's had a few, we'll call industrial challenges, as being a bit of a blood and thunder midfielder, which I normally like.
Blood and thunder challenge, yes.
But then he's giving it the shrugs and, what was that? It was, as if it's some sort of shaky routine.
And it's behind for a corner.
Come on. What are the centre-backs? Get your heads on this.
I believe that Robertson will stay back for this one to allow the boys to go forward.
You'd think.
Trent coming down to this near side for the corner. We're going to see if they start hailing bullets at him like they were doing in the Spurs game last weekend.
Yeah, I think they'll rethink having the mosaic effect.
Yeah. Trent's corner in. Salah said he was held.
Ooh. Go on, boss.
Oh! On the ground, keep possession!
I love that, man.
That's
what a legend.
Absolutely sensational.
Ooh. I'm sorry, I thought I saw something there. I thought it looked like Alexis McAllister's head snapped back. Though I don't think that was a foul.
They've given a foul against Joe Gomez there.
Yeah, but it's one of those now, I think, and this is what the rule's designed to do. If the referee blows for a foul, it doesn't matter what you think, just shut up and get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liverpool actually
half-time here.
Had a nice spell of possession and a bit of attacking towards the end of this half, so
arguably,
a bit surprising.
Since the red card, I would say actually Liverpool have actually a better team.
Because they've had to pull their heads out of their asses collectively.
Here comes Gordon.
Big Joe Linton. Matip's been dragged very wide. It's getting back in position now. Boffly in there again.
Man, will play the right back almost at times here.
He was there, yeah. Well, I think it's when Trent drifts into the middle. I think they're still trying to do that. But who knows? I'm not seeing enough of that area of the pitch or paid enough attention. I was just about to say Trent needs to watch how long he's taking on the throw-ins, because that would be a shocking second yellow.
It would indeed. So it's half-time here at Newcastle Park. Newcastle 1, Liverpool 0. So, of course, here on the volley, that means, therefore, brace your audio levels, guys. It's time for the half-time pipe.
And I'm actually just going to nip to the fridge for my halftime pint club, so I'll be back in a few seconds.
Excellent work, sir. Excellent. I look forward to being back momentarily. So yeah, we are now at half time. It is half time between Liverpool and Newcastle United. It is 1-0 to Newcastle after a terrible bit of defending on the part of Trent Alexander-Arnold. One could argue that that's what he does all the time, unfortunately, but no matter. And of course, we also had a red card come up from Virgil van Dijk for being last man. We, of course, here on the Volley had the halftime pie club where we normally have a pie, and we enjoy our pies as well. Graham is probably in the chat still. If you're watching along and you're having snacks at halftime, what are you having today, guys? I'm not snacking at halftime because I've got dinner just after we finish. But so I'm just drinking coffee, and if I need something cold, I've got my bit of lemon, of course. But yes, so for halftime, Liverpool will be very glad to get to halftime. Newcastle will be very happy with their position. Obviously, they're a man up, they're a goal up. In general, they're not in a bad position. Liverpool got it all to do in the second half, of course. Just quickly check a few of the numbers coming in. Incidentally, we mentioned Van Dijk being sent off, and we've credited it as being the 29th minute. It turned out that we were all saying that actually a minute earlier he was sent off. In general, the possession levels have been more or less 50-50. It's been about 54% in favour of Newcastle. And to be fair, believe it or not, Newcastle have actually made more fouls than Liverpool as well, Dan. So
Well, I'm not shocked.
No, they made 2 fouls more. Liverpool have had more corners though, and they actually have both teams actually have the same percentage of shots on target, 50%. Bizarrely.
Oh, sorry, I got caught myself watching All In there on 0 hour. I've just missed the finish of the match.
Is that the Aussie Open match? Is it the
Aussie Open versus? Yeah, it is. MJF and Adam.
I'm guessing they just won the tag team titles from Aussie
Open. MJF and Aussie Open have, yes. Sorry, MJF and Adam Cole have, and MJF just caught Adam Cole fondling his title belt. Fondling the AEW World Championship. But back to more important issues. My halftime snack,
yes, sir,
is KP peanuts, as found in most pubs, but these are flame grilled steak flavoured peanuts.
Ooh, well,
I've never seen them before. And as usual, I'm going to struggle with the packaging.
Graham saying baby. Graham, what are you currently having? Actually, and also whoever is watching along with us, what are you having for your... I mean, Graham was having his lunch early, so what did you have for lunch, Graham? Anything of interest? Let us know what you think of these steak peanuts, sir.
They don't smell much. Not too much nose to them.
Right.
But here we go. I'll mute the mic for the crunching.
Well, no, I think we quite like the ASMR, to be fair, usually, don't we, on this to be fair. Which is... Graham in the chat is saying he had pot noodle. To be fair, a lot of people do like Bombay pot noodle, apparently. Not quite. Bombay bad boy. Big boy? Bit bad boy.
Bombay bad boy. These are actually delicious.
Yeah?
Yeah, they taste just like flame grilled steak McCoys. That is beautiful.
James is saying Solomon and McCoy's with a Strata Dam.
Oh, very good. Very good. Well,
yeah.
Actually, while on the subject of beer, I've just been to the fridge and I have got myself a can of Tartarus Beers The Eagle, which is an 8% double IPA. And I've had this before. It's absolutely delicious.
So the Eagle has landed?
Yes, indeed.
And where did you get that sort of thing?
I was just going to say, if only I was having this during a Crystal Palace game. For this, you can take yourself to tartarusbeers.co.uk and use the promo code UTTPodcast15 to get yourself 15% off. And there is also a sale on at the minute, but our code still works, so it's discounts on at tartarusbeers.co.uk.
Wow, so you can stack the discounts. That's even more reason to go get it.
There we go. Mercedes Varnado spotted at All In. She's in the crowd.
She's actually in the crowd, is she?
Yeah.
Well, for that fly in the face, everybody said that she'd be competing tonight, then I guess. Because, well, she's a fan of wrestling, so it makes sense that she'd be there.
We're trying to figure out who's actually on the... because they've got a pre-show panel. Renee Paquette, Paul White, Anthony Ogogo. And I think the other guy's Kip Sabian, but it's been so long since I've seen him, I didn't realise he had basically Dante's hair out of Devil May Cry.
Okay. Graham, that's a video game, Graham, by the way. This was original curry as it was the best price on Amazon, apparently. It's a bold claim, Graham.
Well, I'm going to go back to me nuts.
There's a comment. See, I'd quite like to go to the fridge as well, but I can't go while you are munching down on peanuts, dude.
Yeah, you can. It'll be fine.
I feel bad leaving you who can't talk as you're eating.
No,
holding the baby, as it were.
Here's a novel idea. I could stop eating for a couple of minutes.
Well, I guess you could.
Right,
okay, well, I will be 30 seconds, if that.
Wonderful.
How do I do this? Oh, yes.
Like that. There you go, Matt. Wow, I've been left in charge. I didn't think this had happened. So, chaos. We've just been shown a replay of the red card. I can see why it was given. Van Dijk was the last man. He's taken the foot before the ball. So, regardless of the heated debate that Jamie Carragher and Shea Given are having on Sky Sports now, I can see why it's been given. I really can. On balance of play, 1-0 is a bit flattering to Newcastle, but it was a Trent mistake, and they do deserve it. It's the red card's a shame, but Liverpool being the architects of their own downfall. Did Verge really need to make that tackle? He had support behind him. Granted, there was I think it was Tonali that was coming in through the back door, but I don't know. But as far as food goes, salt and vinegar McCoy's and Estrella Dan James, mighty fine. Graham, love a pot noodle. I've just seen your comment. Unfortunately, I don't have the permissions to bring it up on screen, I don't think. 12-pack of pot noodles that was $26 is now $42. That is far too much. Far too much. To answer your question as well, Graham, if he had support behind him, then why is it a red? It's because he was the last man and it was a clear goal-scoring opportunity. And the support was also covered, so it doesn't necessarily matter if somebody else is coming in. It's whether the man with the ball has a clear goal-scoring opportunity and whether the tackler is the last man, as I understand it. As always, preface that I'm saying I'm not an expert. I could be wrong.
Absolutely correct, then, Mr. Dan.
Also, Matt, I think I do have permission to bring people's comments up.
You do?
Or were you doing that?
I did that, yes.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it was magic for a second.
We are going to be giving you permission for that soon, dudes. So that when I'm unavailable, if you guys want to do a show, then you can. Because I'm only going to miss one weekend of football, which is great.
Nuts out behaving.
So I've decided to be naughty and actually have just a strongbow. So look, I can control that number. So that would be the whole second half. So
the drink of choice while he's in Britain of MJF.
Dan said he had support behind him. You say that's the drink of MJF, right? It's going in the bin, Ben? Okay.
He posted now deleted tweets of saying Strongbow Dark Fruit, that's it, I'm moving to England.
Graham saying Volley covering Orlando FC while Matt is in USA, right? I'm not entirely sure that Konor McCabe would be very pleased about us covering Orlando before we cover Columbus Crew. I'll be brutally honest.
Well, it turns. Do you know what? Do you know what the worrying thing is? It turns out that with my DAZN subscription that I have for Impact Wrestling and for the boxing, I actually get the Saudi Pro League.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. I watched 20 minutes of whichever team Henderson plays for against. I think it was Al Nasser that Ronaldo. Is it that the one that Ronaldo plays for?
Yeah. Any good?
No, no. It was terrible. Everybody.
What's the crowd like?
Sparse and quiet. The stadium was maybe half full. Very little atmosphere. You could tell Henderson in particular was struggling with the heat. He couldn't do anything. I saw 2 goals, and they were both howlers by the Al Nassr keeper. But Henderson's side ended up beating Ronaldo's side, even though Ronaldo wasn't playing because they'd made, I think, 10 changes from the game before. But I honestly think that was just to keep people fresh, because looking at the schedule, teams.
It's also because the regulations over there say they can only play a certain amount of foreign players.
Right. Okie doke. That makes more sense.
They can only play 7 non Saudi players per game. Per game, not registered.
Yeah. Sorry, I've just seen. I couldn't hear what Jamie Carragher was saying at that time there.
Who can?
He's made a bit of a tit of himself, because he's saying, "I don't think that's a red card. How do you know that's a goal scoring opportunity?" Well, he's on the edge of the box, and if Verge doesn't make that challenge, he's 1-on-1 with the keeper.
Yeah, that's the reason why you listen to us here on the Volley, and you don't listen to Jamie Carragher over on Sky Sports, of course.
Yeah, much as love Carragher, he's got that one wrong.
Orlando Columbus is September 16th. Is that when you're in the USA? It is, Graham. Yes, it is. It is. September 16th. So I think I might get shouted at by my husband if I wasn't. If I was covering a game with no actual, feed for it. Instead of what are we doing on that day? Let's have a look. So on the 16th, me and Chris will be at Hollywood Studios. Do it, Graham is saying. Graham, I haven't got a subscription I can use in the USA because I don't have Apple TV, Graham. Okay, I don't have Apple TV. I've got a VPN, but I haven't got Apple TV.
Well, we've seen the Bayern game.
Yeah, Harry Kane apparently scored again.
Good for him.
We're coming out now for the second half here.
A point I've just seen raised from a Twitter account and the Tactical Times, pointing out that Newcastle, all the players and the bench and everybody, screaming for Trent to have a second booking. By the letter of the law, shouldn't the whole bench be booked?
Graham made that point. Yep, Graham made that point.
Oh, he did. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot.
Yep, he made that point. So you're absolutely right to bring that up, Dan, because I fully agree. Record live from a bar, halftime pint club special. I wish I could, Graham, but you've never been to Disney World, Graham. Trying to get a good signal in a bar at Disney World. There isn't a bar to speak of at Disney World. Not Hollywood Studios anyway. Okay, Graham. Much as you may want me to do this, let it go. Let it go. I can't hold it back anymore. Okay? I'm going to leave it at that. Coming up for the second half here. Eddie Howe looking pleased with the punch, whereas Jurgen Klopp looking a bit nonplussed. What do you think of the new of the away hat?
I don't mind it. It's very green. The green bits are very green.
I like that though. It
See,
harkens
the problem
back
is,
to the old days.
I'm playing Marvel's Midnight Suns at the minute,
You are.
and the
Runaway.
the black and green combo is the color scheme of the villain, because it all centers around gamma radiation. So it just makes me think of Lilith and the cronies.
No, Graham, we're not going to NXT recording.
Because Full Sail's quite far away from Orlando.
It's not that straightforward, Graham. No.
Because I remember, I looked into going to NXT last time I was there, and it's a bloody nightmare.
I looked at it last time I went as well, but yeah, it's full. I mean, it's not at Full Sail anymore, is it? It's at the Performance Centre.
Oh yeah, I thought the Performance Centre was on Full Sail.
No, it's the CWC. No, and Gomez cleared the ball out there, nick of time. We were distracted by that.
I was distracted by Peanuts' conversation and all in briefly, because I was trying to figure out why Jungle Boy was standing on the limousine rather than going for the match.
Who knows at that point? Is he still Jungle Boy? Is he still Jungle Boy? Because I believe I believe he's using his dad's last name now to actually try and get somewhere in the wrestling business.
Was that after years of JR ignoring his name being Jungle Boy and calling him Jungle Boy Jack Perry?
Yes.
Ooh. Again, well done on that left-hand side by Anthony Gordon. Just skipping through everybody.
And cross it for Isaac,
who decided to fall down.
Yeah, he tripped over his own feet, really. Liverpool free kick given, while we were looking at the replay of that. Gakpo brought down, holding his hip as well.
Ooh, he got one in the face there, kind of, from Joe Linton.
Another one from Joe Linton.
What did he have to do to get booked?
Says 30 minutes by car and maps. We don't have a car, Graham. We don't have a car, and we can't afford to hire one, Graham, okay? No, we're not going to NXT. We'll go to NXT, Graham, when you actually decide to go to Disney World. Not at those prices, Graham. We haven't got the money for that, Graham. Everything's all budgeted for. It's specifically budgeted for. Okay? So, no, Graham. There's nothing you can say that would make me go to NXT while I'm over there. Not because I don't want to. I just can't afford to do it. Just 2 hours, 30 minutes by public transport, he says. Graham, I have paid out way too much money for this already, Graham, so no. Okay? It'll take less time to fly back. I'm fully aware he's really mean. I'm just gonna mute it. I'm just gonna put him in time out in a minute, I swear.
I don't know if you saw it there, but Klopp looked to be having an extended conversation with the fourth official, probably asking the same questions we were about Joe Linton. But I hope this isn't the pattern of the game for the rest of the game, with Newcastle just playing keep ball and.
Well, they're under no obligation to press.
No, they're not. No, absolutely not. No, I just want to see a more exciting game of football. And also, if Newcastle do overcommit an attack, we might be able to break.
This does feel more like Atletico Madrid style of play in a way.
And
a
bit of Italian play as well.
Conor McCabe in the chat saying hello, Connor. You've missed an exciting first half, sir.
Oh, that's a bad miss from Almiron.
That's more like the Almiron we know and love.
Also, hello, Connor. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I was watching the footy.
Is that a good height from as well?
That was a hell of a conversion. I think of the
Dan
people you need to take. Super League take Magic Weekend back to St James's.
Have they got a Super League team in Newcastle?
No, they don't.
I don't follow it. Haven't been able to watch the game. Saw that I got a red. Didn't see why. A lot of people don't know why. To be fair, either. Connie, missed the news that September 16th. Right now you're going in the fucking mute. I'm not putting you in time out, Graham, purely because we need the views. The yellow card being thrown out there to I believe
finally.
Robertson.
What? I thought this. Wait, why?
I thought it was Robertson. No, it's not. It's for
It's got to be Trippier.
It is. I do apologise. I just saw him doing the yellow card while he was talking to Robertson, so I assumed.
It's fair assumption.
Because I was looking at the chats at the time. To be fair, Connor and Dan are more than welcome to do Orlando versus the Crew. They'll have access to the StreamYard and everything. They're welcome to cover it if they want to.
I'm not staying up. I'm not staying up that late to watch MLS.
I can hear your dad in background though.
Everybody can.
Yeah. Everyone in the Northern Hemisphere can hear your dad when he gets going.
He loves his football. He gets excited.
He does, and we're excited for him on that sort of things. Trippier smacks out in the face and one of the free kicks at anything is possible.
It's so strange for all that they've done to try and make the standard of officiating better in this league. It still feels like it's going backwards.
Yeah. I mean, VAR is nothing wrong with it. To be fair, it's how it's interpreted.
Yeah, but I don't think the help.
That's a good intention by Robertson.
Very good.
And he's unfortunately trips over the ball and it goes out of play for a throw to Newcastle. I'm not going to time it. Jurgen getting angry. I'm not sure. Was it Robertson who was getting angry?
I have no idea. Big Joe Linton falling on his ass as he tries to backpedal. Yeah, I don't know why he was. Who was kicking off out there?
I think I might. If you keep watching live, Dan, go rewind and quick find out what it was.
No bother. Played it back to Alisson. Liverpool taking the time, actually getting foot on ball. Matip. I love Matip, but his control of the ball always worries me. And he seems to need to take 15 touches to get his feet sorted out. And because of that, Gomez has to clip it away to nothing, and Newcastle coming back.
I think he was showing a Gakpo from looking at replay, actually.
All right.
Not quite sure why, but, you know.
I think looking at this here, it's going to take a Newcastle mistake for Liverpool to get back into this. To be honest, the whole game can be summed up with what just happened with Robertson. He has the break on and he trips over himself, and trips over the ball. That's how Liverpool's day is going so far. But I said while you were away from the screen, Matt, it's Liverpool being sort of the architects of their own downfall again. With Trent's mistake for the goal, Virgil being sent off. It's all avoidable, and Endo just been left for dead there. Yeah, that's Guimaraes. Guimaraes, one of the players who was identified years back by Michael Edwards to be sort of the next evolution of Liverpool's midfield. But instead, Klopp got his wish and we renewed contracts for Henderson and Milner.
To be fair, it wasn't a bad call at the time.
No, but in hindsight, it's always 2020. But if we'd have got one of them in, maybe.
Good defending of McAllister.
Yeah, like that, nothing wrong with it. Because it was, I can't remember who the other one was. It was Guimaraes and some central midfielder who's come into the league recently and is absolutely bossing it. It wasn't Tonali. I can't remember who now. It'll come back to me in about 3 days' time.
Prowse, arguably.
No, it was.
He's a great season with West Ham so far.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player. I would not have been against signing him at all.
my boss at work's a Liverpool fan, and he said he didn't want Ward-Prowse. He said Ward-Prowse is too old, wouldn't be able to hack it in Premier League at a big
28.
yeah, but I'm like, we just signed Endo, who's 30 to be fair, and Ward-Prowse, and it comes Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, Harvey will bring a lot of energy at least, and you're going to need legs in this game.
Yeah, this is where having the 5 subs makes a big difference.
Yeah, and just all in news, Hook has won his dad's FTW championship back, so good for him.
The handsome man is Hook. How did Tad produce that? Seriously.
Oh, he's got a nasty cut on his back. Oh dear. That was very shaky. Was it? Looked a bit shaky.
At the end, it was.
If it stayed out of the goal, it's good defending, I suppose.
It got the job done.
We're just so pinned back. We can't find that. We're not finding the accuracy on the outballs at all.
Foul there against Schwarzley.
Yeah. Who was that time? I think that was Sven Botman. Oh no, Dan Byrne coming in from left back. Yeah, you're right, Graham. Wembley is chocker. But what I did like as well, I went to True Grit last night in Leeds, and they still managed to fantastic show as ever. Headlined by Commander Stephanie Sterling versus Kid Bandit in a no disqualification match. Fantastic. But still, even though it's all in weekend, still drew a crowd well over 100. And they normally do about 150.
Connor just said, M&S games are always fun. I'll be in that one. Should be free starting this Sunday. We'll discuss it, buddy. We'll discuss it about that one. We'll discuss it for sure.
No, Newcastle on the break here with
Good
Tonali.
defending by Trent, so he had to put it behind.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was that all concede, I think.
Indeed. We'll talk more about wrestling momentarily, but Gordon, I think I was Guimaraes putting it into the stage and behind.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen on the socials, but well, hello, we've got Jota coming on right now for Gakpo, and Endo is coming off for
That's an odd choice. Sacrificing the defensive-minded midfielder. Well, I suppose Harvey can do a bit of that. As you know, Matt, as well, I like to have a look down the leagues to see any big scorelines that we briefly talked about. The Wrexham 5-5. Didn't have to look too far this week because the highest scoring game in the whole league system, I believe, yesterday was Ipswich Town versus Leeds United.
It was.
Leeds went 1-0 down to a Joe Rodon own goal within 7 minutes, and were 3-1 up within 19, and the match ended 4-3. So a 7-goal thriller with Ipswich scoring a third sort of consolation goal in the 97th minute.
Wow.
So that'd have been a great one to be at, even as a neutral. But what I did see as well, going a bit further down the leagues, if I can find it again, is Swindon Town versus Crawley Town. Massive win for the home team, 6-0.
Wow, that is a huge win. Connor saying Newcastle, very scary team. Might have put Gordon in my team if I have an extra transfer. You know how to go off somewhere, don't you? Newcastle here.
There's no loyalty when it comes to fantasy football.
Yeah, it's Gordon.
Doesn't matter if he's in form.
McAllister. Szoboszlai. Jota.
Oh, Szoboszlai. Go on, Diogo.
Wins the corner.
I'll take it. I also like to keep a lookout for York City, as I always do.
You do.
They went down 1-0 at Dorking, which, is a bit of a trek down for York City. I thought it was all going well. They came down to be 2-1, and yet again, they had a goal scored against them in the last 10 minutes. It's a draw 2-2. It's
first time in maybe 5 years we've had someone apart from Trent or Rory take a corner, because Watchalongs takes the corner.
Yeah. Big Joe Linton in the way.
Liverpool keep possession here.
I love that little 1-2.
Volley and Jota just getting a little bit of misunderstanding there, but
again, just couldn't find that final ball.
Jota, Salah did possess, but Liverpool win it back. Your father there in the background is enjoying this second half more, I think.
I don't know about enjoying, but he's very vocal.
Alexander-Arnold crossing, no one there, cleared out. Liverpool come again, no.
Amidst all the rumours of Salah having his head turned by Stoudy, my dad's he's very much in the cash-in camp.
Well, to be fair, if he could be 100 million, I'd say let him go. But that gives us a chance. It gives us a chance then to actually spend big, maybe grab Mbappe.
It's just too late in the day.
I've got a lot more time for Mbappe now. Have you noticed that?
Have you now?
Isak's giving away a foul here.
Wow. Can't believe it. We get one.
Indeed. While we're resetting for this free kick, the socials for CXW next show, toe to toe, on November 11th. The main event is Shah Samuels versus Zach Zodiac for the CXW World Championship.
Big Shah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Although actually now after Red Pro last night. Ooh.
And Joker behind for a goal kick. We've got the Virus, Kane Michael versus Damien in a coffin match.
Well, that'd be good.
I'm looking forward to that one for sure. We've got a triple threat match for the Extreme Championship.
Is it going to be Big Effing Joe, Michael Caden?
No.
Lou Nixon?
No. None of them are in that. Big Joe is defending the championship against Joey Naylor.
Okay, not someone I'm familiar with.
He's one of the best in terms of hardcore. And I need to check the other man who's in the match. But he's making a debut. He's our first American import.
All right.
Trying to remember who it is. Top of my head, it's gonna be new. I've been focusing on this game too much. And the last one, which has been announced so far, we've got Team Ice, Family Affair, Team Ice versus RKJ and Ricky Knight Senior.
Who are in Team Ice? Is it Iceman and his lad?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I saw Iceman and Jack have a basically put their feud to bed at Rise back in February. It was I've never seen anything like the ending to that match. Jack actually got a bit of wood, nailed it into the ring, and then nailed his dad's ear to the bit of wood so that he couldn't get up and answer the count.
Wow!
And that was they were thick old nails. Oh God! And again, just skinning everybody.
Puts it wide. So we're gonna have Ricky Knight Senior making his CXW debut. I get to call it a Ricky Knight match.
That's mad, Ricky Knight Senior. It's Cole Radrick. It was coming across.
Cole Radrick, yeah, Cole Radrick, yeah. Now you said that,
yeah. Raddy Daddy.
He's insane by all accounts.
Yes,
this is a family-friendly environment, so let's see how extreme we get that day, of course.
Radrick can do both. I've watched a lot of Cole Radrick in fucking GCW. So yeah, it'll be a very good match.
I'm being blessed by that. It's also the entire card has been announced as who's going to be there. We just don't know the lineup for who's facing who yet. Well, I may know a few of them, but I'm not going to tell you because I might get fired. But
on pain of termination.
So for example, we know that Jackson Arrow's going to be there. We know Luna Trick's going to be there. We know Rudy Root's going to be there. We obviously know the Billington Bulldogs are going to be there.
Yes.
Which is a big get for CXW.
Trippier, you diving bastard.
I do my research for these shows, but my God, am I going to be blessed looking at some old footage for these things.
Do you know what? I do know I'll be able to dig you out a very fun Billington family history fact, but it doesn't involve wrestling, but it does go back. It does go back several hundred years and involves executions.
Okay, bad cop moment. That's a bad cop moment if I've ever heard one.
It's not a family member of theirs being executed, but it's.
No,
I can't remember the full thing. I'll get that over to you. Whether you use it or not is entirely up to you.
Of course, and a header wide from a free kick, and it's out for a goal kick to Liverpool. Speaking of bad cop moments, Good Cop Bad Cop will be out later today on Visual Media. Our hardest ever show to make, Dan.
I'm not surprised.
I will say ahead of time, there were no bad cop moments, or there was advocates on the show.
Absolutely.
Because we didn't feel it was appropriate this week, but it's still a very good show. Here comes Jota.
Go on, Diego.
Salah! Great tackle!
Oh.
It's a great tackle.
Did you hear my dad's take on it then?
Yeah.
The word knobhead was involved.
It's a great tackle though, you can't argue it.
Yeah. Fantastic defending.
And Graham said, and it was still 2 hours long. It was, but there was a lot of good stuff. We saw a lot of good stuff though. Something like over the corner here.
I don't mind something like taking corners. We need the pace of Trent and Robbo covering at the back.
It's a smart move, and that's one of the things.
Oh, Callum Wilson coming on, just because Newcastle need a more attacking threat.
Well, isn't that the truth on that side of things? To be fair, Liverpool have looked reasonably comfortable at times.
Yeah, we look quite resolute. It's a case of the 10 men having to fight a bit harder.
Salah wins the corner.
Very nice break.
I'm not entirely sure if that's broadcastable.
They said, "Come on." That's all.
Liverpool fans way up in the gods here.
I've just got to say, it's quite good having my old man in there because he takes some of the pressure off me having to do a lot of the commentary. On the rare occasion I do chip in. Just beware, if we do score at this point, my mum is in the room and she might
scream. Ahead of behind for another corner from Joe Linton here. And it was under. I will just point out that was under no pressure. That header from Joe Linton. It was
an attacker's defending.
For sure. As Zoboslai takes the corner from the near side.
Big balls.
Punched out again. Recovered Zoboslai. Back in it goes.
That's another
corner.
Oh.
Liverpool turning the screw here.
Matip there just asking the referee to take a look at the shirt pulling. And Botman insisting that it was 50-50.
It may well have been, to be fair.
Botman looks an hard fucker.
He looks like someone that you wouldn't want to meet in a dark alley. Like a bit like Martin Scott back in the day.
It looks like if someone was going to play him in a movie, it'd be 1980s Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. Is that Robertson on that far side?
It is, yeah. Robertson's taking the left-hand corners, it seems.
Indeed.
Struggling to see who'd be back.
Becker. Oh. Allison.
Well,
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Launched it forward. It's too long on this occasion. 20 minutes ago, here at St James's Park, Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 0 still.
Liverpool performing admirably this second half, I think. I'll be honest, I was fearing a cricket score when we went in 1-0 down at half time.
I was a little concerned as well, but second half been much better. Much better. I've seen much more at it. Zoboslai is almost playing as a second striker here.
Yeah, so Jota's gone out to the left. Zoboslai taking a bit more of an advanced role, and it looks like McAllister is playing sort of the primary six, and Harvey Elliott's sort of covering that whole right, just roaming around on that right side. And that's what I mean, by the way, when I said before about Matip's touch, just bringing us into trouble a bit sometimes. He's quite gangly, isn't he? And it takes him a little bit to sort his legs out.
A little bit, yeah.
Also, I have to say, just from before, the show Faustino Asprilla again, and I absolutely love the fact he's wearing a Newcastle brown ale bucket hat.
This game up Dan's highest scoring game. Barcelona were 2 up and now 3-2 in the 66th minute.
Ooh, very nice.
Is that 3-2 to Barca or 3-2 to their opponents, Graham?
I shall find out.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin.
It's 3-3 now, actually. Villarreal, Barcelona in the 69th minute.
Wow. Okay, we've got another substitution happening over here.
Yeah, that's Callum Wilson coming on for number 14, I believe.
That's Isaac, then.
I think is Isaac, yeah. And number 10 coming off for 15. I don't know who that is. Could be Elliot Anderson. Oh, no, sorry, it's Harvey Barnes coming on.
For Gordon.
For Gordon, yeah. Well, Gordon's running socks off today, in fairness to him. Yeah, it's 3-3 in that Villarreal-Barcelona game. And elsewhere in Europe, Juventus are getting beat by Bologna.
Wow.
Hey, Dad, you've been adding to this commentary. It's been great.
Yeah, come on, Bologna. Harry Kane scores again.
Yeah, we saw that as well.
And, Longstaff on for Tonali as well.
Yeah, local boy coming on for the big league super signing. Was that? Oh, no, it was Trent on the other side. I thought it was Szoboszlai turning up at right back. I tell you what, I was saying about Matip getting his legs sorted, but the paid dividends there, cutting that ball out. And again, indeed. All right. Matip heard my commentary and he's determined to prove me wrong.
If you're
Salah's
listening,
still pressing, still going for it.
At it, tap your nose twice. He did
He's
as well.
worried he might get. I was just going to say he didn't. He was worried he'd get the Robbie Fowler treatment after the cocaine celebration.
Oh crikey! Yeah, Graham says whoa about the 3-3 and Barcelona not the team it used to be, of course.
Kane's actually scored 2 today. He scored a penalty and he scored in the 69th minute as well, which is nice. It's now 4-3 Barcelona.
Wow. Wow, now we have got
72 minutes gone, 4-3 Barcelona.
Who's got it?
Wilson with a header out for a goal kick.
Scorers are Gavi for Barca, Gavi, De Jong, Ferran Torres, and Lewandowski's just scored the latest.
I forgot Ferran Torres.
And he came on for Oriol Romeu, formerly of Southampton.
Indeed. How's Papa Griffin doing? Is he all right?
He's good. Yeah, he's already gone back through.
Oh, bless him.
He just. I'm en route from the.
Let's like do a sound effect for Papa Griffin. Papa Griffin. Yeah,
the room where I'm watching is en route from the room where they watch football to the toilet.
Front fridge. Oh, hello. They pop out, give Liverpool the throw. Ooh. Liverpool take it quickly, and Newcastle throw the ball onto the pitch so they can't take a quick throw.
Oh, you bastards! Was that the ball boy or somebody from the crowd?
Not sure, but whoever did it so Nick Pope wouldn't be out with his goal.
That is a level of shithouser I can get behind, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Liverpool win the ball back, no. Ball into the area. Jota goes down.
Ooh.
They're wanting Jota booked for simulation here.
Well, there was definite contact. I don't think it's a penalty for what it's worth, but there was contact.
Yeah. Both sides blaming the other, and it's a goal kick to Newcastle.
Yeah, ultimately the referee tells them both to shut up and get on with it, which is fine.
I approve of.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so Graham, looks like your prophecy is going to come true. One more goal in that Villarreal-Barcelona game, and it's the highest scoring game that I've seen this weekend.
Hit the post!
Oh, for anybody who wondered what that noise was, that was my anus snapping shut.
Almiron ran the whole pitch and then curled it against the post. Didn't even curl it back on the net. That would have been a goal worthy of the fixture.
Really would. I've just seen another 7-goal game as well.
He's now been subbed off.
Another 7-goal game in the Dutch league today. Feyenoord beat Almere City FC 6-1.
I apologise, he hadn't been subbed off. He was given a high five by one of the substitutes. I thought he was getting subbed off. Trippin respots the corner, having the whistle already gone once.
I've now got the live score of Villarreal Barcelona rather than the feed of
All in.
Of Ollie.
Well, that might say it all. I do believe the main show is actually now underway, so I'm not entirely sure if the show is as Kwanzaa is about to come on apparently.
Oh, Kwanzaa, okay. I'll be honest, I don't even know where this guy plays.
And the boy Nunez.
Hey, you get your point for Darwin.
So Kwanzaa's coming on for McAllister.
Must be a central midfielder then.
It's his debut.
Oh no, it must be a... Wait, is Kwanzaa a centre-back? Are we playing Nunez at centre-back? Or have we just hit bucket and we're playing a back three?
Who did they come on for? I didn't see.
Matip's gone off and McAllister. For Kwanzaa and Nunez. Nunez is definitely going up top. That's Gak. Is that... Who's that on the left buzzing around? Oh, that's Shabosla. Of course it is.
Newcastle aren't making their man's advantage count here.
Offside.
Jurgen Klopp needs to get back into his technical area. He is on the pitch.
Kwanzaa has slotted in at centre back, so we've now got I didn't know it was a centre back. We now have an entirely different centre back pairing to the one we started with. This feels like Reece Williams and Nat Phillips all over again.
But Kwanzaa, he's had successful loan spells away from Liverpool, of course. He's going to do the best he can.
Absolutely. No, I'm all for it. I don't mind it. If he's good enough to bring on in this situation for Jurgen Klopp, who am I to question it?
In my opinion, if you're good enough to be on the bench, and here comes.
Ooh.
So what's the lie?
What a ball. Oh. Nunez just ushered off it.
Harvey Barnes against Joe Gomez.
Oh, no.
And Gomez took enough of a stick off the ball so Wilson couldn't finish.
Ooh. We are riding by the seat of our pants. This has actually been a bloody good second half.
Newcastle's finish today has been absolutely shocking.
There's a lot of time left. Breaking news from Fabrizio Romano. Man City have submitted a new bid for Mateus Nunes.
Nunes. I'm so sorry, sir. I was looking at Nunes squaring the ball for Jota.
All right. Yeah, well, Mateus Nunes, 60 million. 60 million package with add-ons, and apparently confident to get it done.
Well, we've got a way to get it done.
There hasn't been a goal now for 7 minutes in the Villarreal Barcelona game, so that got boring.
What's the lie? Elliott to Robertson. Back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Elliott again. Out wide.
Yeah, just trying to...
Quanta's playing right wing almost.
Oh. Just trying to drag Newcastle out of shape a little bit. What is Joe Linton doing now?
He's trying to kill time.
But it's all going to get added on, and I echo the sentiments of my father in the back room. Get up, you wanker.
The fact of the matter is that nowadays, because they were fine, but add it on. So you haven't got to rush players nowadays. If you want to go down and fit, fine. We'll take a time to get a breather of ourselves.
But again, very athletic.
What is in? Nunez scores!
Yes! What a goal! What a finish! Good for your fantasy team, sir.
Forget my fucking fantasy team! What a finish by Darwin Nunez!
And he collapses. He proves that the survival of the fittest.
What a finish! Dan, when the replay comes up, talk us through it, sir. Take a quick swig of drink.
So great ball forward by Trent. Dinked inside by Salah. Jota finds Nunez. It ricochets off. I think that's Dan Burn. But what a goal from Nunez. That finish right across Nick Pope. Bloody hell. Oh, it's come off. It's come off his backside almost. Oh, super sub Darwin Nunez. It's his heel. It's come off Botman's heel. Fallen to Nunez, and he's taken it with aplomb.
Newcastle 1, Liverpool 1, 9 minutes to go. Klopp telling the players, focus. Liverpool fans right now, would we take a 1-1? I think I would.
I would. I'm also secretly hoping that we can do something like... Joelinton's
been taken off here.
Well, good, because he should have been sent off about 20 minutes ago. But I'm hoping
Graham, very happy with that. Talk us through it. Instead, Dan chugged the rest of his bit. Manchester tears galore if score stays like this.
I'm just hoping we can do something like we did last season when I believe Fabio Carvalho scored against Newcastle in the 98th minute of the game when it was only supposed to go 96.
And that was a great goal, if I remember something correctly as well.
It was a hell of a finish. And I'm thinking as well back to Divock Origi when he scored a late winner at St James's. I kind of miss Divock. It's not worked out for him in Milan.
Legend.
But there's talk of him coming back to the Premier League as well. I think it was Fulham who were apparently interested.
Did you see who came on for?
Yes, Elliot Anderson.
Anderson did. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, Elliot Anderson. I'm now toying with the idea of going to grab another beer because I feel like if I'm not watching directly, we might score. Oh, Szoboszlai, that was beautiful out to Jota.
Nunez. Jota! Misses it!
Ooh.
Szoboszlai!
Oh, go on, it's it. Oh, bollocks. Again, good block.
Liverpool in his energy.
Yeah, and the referee not falling for any of Callum Wilson's diving. Newcastle on the ball, though, they're going to just look to calm things down a wee bit.
For context, Liverpool had 7 touches in opposition box since the red card.
Our first shot on target since the red card.
Liverpool have done more than stay in it. Liverpool are in it. Six minutes to go, plus added on time here at the James's Park. Newcastle 1, Liverpool 1. Matt Lewis and Dan Griffin bringing you alternative commentary to the closing stages of Newcastle versus Liverpool here on SJP World Media.
I'm getting my breath back now.
Me too, mate.
I think I need a cigarette after watching that finish. It was sublime.
And you don't even smoke.
No, I don't.
Newcastle, I've got a man down.
I've got to go get another beer.
Guimaraes is down, and he's.
Oh dear.
Nunez gave away the free kick, and I think he has been booked for dissent. So, okay.
Sounds about right.
I'm like, well, to be fair, yeah. But, Newcastle got a man down here, number 4, which is Botman.
Yeah. While this treatment's going on, I am just going to nip to the fridge.
You could get that. It's in for post as well. That's a great finish from Nunez.
Oh, watch that on repeat.
That's why Liverpool paid the money. For goals like that, for moments like that. Ridiculous. Liverpool's first 2 away games being Chelsea and Newcastle. 2 very tough places to go. And look like they're going to leave with some points in both those games. Newcastle look like about to bring on another substitution here due to Botman being down. Is Matt Target coming on for Botman? He is. So Matt Target is going to come on for... Yeah, Botman can barely stand, to be fair. So I'm not surprised about the substitution here, Dan. Botman is struggling to walk.
I never like to see a player injured. I'm less bothered about it because it's good for Liverpool potentially. But to be fair, they're just going to stick Dan Burn, I think, in at centre back with his extra height.
Dan Burn's gone centre half. He played there for Fulham back in the day, of course. What's North at the stadium now? Subdued or loud to try and rise Newcastle? It's still not bad from what I can hear, Graham.
The Geordies are always loud. Newcastle's a fantastically supported club, and I would love to go to a game there. I'd watch them play almost anybody.
Hasn't Trent had a good game since the red card?
Yeah, since his wobble and all of that, he's played admirably.
Yeah.
He's played like a leader. To be quite frank, he's actually stepped up.
He is the leader now. He is the one who's got. Yeah. He is the vice captain. He has the armband on.
Just beer update. I have gone with a Samuel Smith Imperial Stout. It's 7% because that was the weakest beer I had in the fridge. Everything else was north of 10.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's a blood and thunder challenge, but a fair one
from Kwanzaa. Yeah, he definitely lunged in there. But
we like a man who can tackle, though.
Sorry, I had about 7 different jokes about the word tackle go through my head then.
Let's not do that. 2 minutes to play here, plus I'm getting some significant stoppage time.
Yeah, especially after that Botman.
I would say at least 8 minutes, probably.
I'm going to do what I did in the first half.
Great defending by Liverpool.
Trent.
The screen for handball ain't happening. And Salah's off here. Salah's off after Pope puts it into the left wing. I thought he was going to put out of play. But he cleared it downfield quite well, actually. Newcastle try and recycle the ball and go again.
Harvey Elliott nipping at the heels there.
Long stuff, straight down Alisson's throat. They can't give it. That's for handball with a ball being blasted at point blank range.
No.
It's never going to happen. Minute to go. Graham in the chat. That save from Alisson earlier is looking even bigger and better right now. I think Alisson hasn't had a great amount to do, but what he's done, he's done very, very well.
He has. Yeah.
I mean, it was 1-on-1 situation with him for the goal. The striker should always score in those situations. So, and Kwanzaa shepherded Wilson beautifully there and wins the goal kick.
I like the look of this Kwanzaa kid.
Yeah, he's absolutely. The next generation, they've done some great work at the academy with these centre halves, haven't they?
Yeah. They'll be, if providing Van Dijk's red card's upheld, which I believe it will be, and
Well,
depending on the Canate situation, could we be looking at maybe
the centre back
Gomez,
partnership.
maybe Gomez and Kwanzaa?
It could be.
I can't remember.
5 minutes.
I can't remember who Liverpool have next weekend.
Graham in the chat is saying he was a beast in pre-season. Someone asking for that kid to get first team action ASAP. What
See why.
Been thrown into the Lions den, Graham? No, one of the hardest places to go in the world is St James's Park, and he's keeping clean sheets. So Joe Gomez shippers out for another goal kick.
It will be a tough ask next week as well. I know Liverpool are at home, but we're playing a rampant Villa side who've really bounced back since that opening day defeat at Newcastle.
Liverpool fans, Liverpool will be much the happier side at full if it's how it stays, for sure. But Liverpool will look down and out after half an hour. Newcastle will be bitterly disappointed.
They will. They've had the chance.
And Nunes running at Trippier here, and now at Pope, and it's cleared down to halfway. 4 minutes to play in stoppage time.
But that's what I love about Nunes. He never gives up on anything. He will
Jota
fight to his last breath.
Liverpool will chance to launch it here.
As much as we talk about blood and thunder defenders and blood and thunder midfielders, I'd class Nunes as a blood and thunder attacker.
Well, yeah, certainly, yes. And
so to his detriment at points.
to be sure, Jurgen Klopp not happy about the shirt pulling. He made that very clear with his various sign languages. So what's a lie to Gomez and Kwanzaa.
Oh, I know the lads.
Kwanzaa not quite a good ball as you expect from an experienced top player, and Trent had a run back.
I know the lads won't see this, but we've just been sent in one of the group chats. There's just been a photo sent of Bang Bang Andy, Millwall, Chris, and Simi all in, and it's great. You love to see it. A few of the good people.
I've never seen what
Millwall
Chris looks like.
I'll send it. Are you not in that? Are you not in the Bang Bang one?
I am indeed, sir, but I've never seen what he looks like.
Oh, well, it's in there now if you want to have a look.
I will have a look at full time, mate. It's all good. We've only got a few more minutes to go.
I did. It did make me laugh when I met up with Scottish Danny and Millwall Chris.
Salah. Nunes.
Ooh.
Finishing it!
Oh! Gets in. It's a carbon copy of the first goal. How the hell have we done this
I've
again?
got to say, though, Nunes looked offside to me.
I think he might be. Let's not get too carried away. The bench is up, the hugging. We saw Ben Doak. Drink for Doak.
Drink for Doak.
Did you captain him this week, Matt?
He's triple cap. He is my captain, yeah. He's
Seriously?
permanent captain, I think. In the offside.
Fucker. Let's have a look.
No! He's miles on!
And it's an assist for Salah. He's well on. What a goal!
That is Newcastle 1, Liverpool 2.
I'm not sure what my voice just did on that laugh, but dear.
What do we win? Darwin Nunes, welcome back to the Premier League.
Keep him out for a couple of games, chuck him on, and watch him say, "Fuck you, I deserve to start."
He got second to Graham. What the hell? Really? Yes! It's 2-1 Liverpool, Graham. Nunes! Jota!
Come on, get it
Jota
to Salah.
Playing it safe, playing to keep ball now, Liverpool.
This is unreal. I cannot believe it.
Graham says, "Oh my god!" And in the corner goes Trent, and he wins the throw in the corner, and he shouts to the Liverpool fans at the top deck. Graham was about to give up on this game after 30 minutes. He said, "I bet you're glad you stuck with the volley now, sir."
I cannot believe this.
What
Trent
a
Nugget
turnaround!
And we can't have more than a minute to play.
Seconds left to go here. Wilson against Gomez.
Ooh,
No foul given. Robertson.
Nah, it wasn't a foul. Get up, Wilson, you mug. Robertson with the wayward pass.
He'll dad in the background.
Yeah, bemoaning Robertson. I believe the exact phrase was bloody Robbo again. Free kick for Newcastle in a dangerous position. Get it back to where it was. Stop pissing about. There can't be another twist in this game. There cannot be another twist in this game.
Pope going forward.
Oh, God, no. Whew. This is not good for my blood pressure.
Newcastle now trying to salvage something.
Did you see Longstaff there throwing himself to the floor?
I did, sir.
Prick.
This will be the last action of the game.
Has to be.
Pope with the header is behind for a goal kick.
We'll have that. We'll have that. I cannot believe Liverpool are looking likely to pull this off.
Flood warning is issued in the Manchester area. Tears galore, says Graham. Connor say Darwin, Nunes, he came from Benfica to the Big Reds.
I don't even know where this puts Liverpool in the table. We haven't even done a man of the match yet.
This puts Liverpool joint second in the table.
Fourth. Well, yeah, fourth on goal difference.
That's it!
Get in! I don't know if anybody heard my dad then, but he said, "What a result."
That, we did half an hour gone. Liverpool were 1-0 down and a man down.
It looked all at sea. They were lost. They were gone. Liverpool were gone.
That may be the biggest shock of the entire weekend. Final score at St James's Park. Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 2.
The one I'd put up there with it is Brighton losing to West Ham.
Indeed. James in the chat, he pops in again and say, football is an amazing game. Graham saying, just in the second goal, carbon copy. Dan
That's
said,
what I said.
Wow. Wow.
Matt, I'm gonna role reverse here because you normally ask me my man of the match. But who's your man of the match? And why is it Darwin Nunes?
Well, how can you not? How can you not have Nunes in the mix that for sure? Honourable mention does go to
I was
the man himself in the back of the net, but I've actually not gone for Darwin Nunes as a man of the match. I have gone personally for Mohamed Salah. Constantly busy and laid on the assist for the winning goal.
Yeah. If we do take the Liverpool hats off for a second, I was.
Do I have to?
Sorely tempted, not literally, dickhead. I was very tempted to give the man that's on screen now, Anthony Gordon, the man of the match, because he scored the goal. He looked to terror constantly, and quite frankly, made me eat my own words from the start of the game.
So I will actually concede. I was sort of confident in the emotion of the moment. I will actually agree with you, sir. He was a threat from start to finish. So and
I think on the balance of the game,
Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, on the balance of the game, Gordon does have to get it because he was.
What a game! What a game that was!
Ridiculous result. I'm lost. I'm not quite at a loss for words, but dear me, that somehow we always do it at St James's.
That was a result I didn't think was going to happen, Dan. I didn't think we'd get that done, but get it done we did.
I was happy at 1-1.
I took the draw for sure. Yeah, so where do Newcastle go from here? They were 10 minutes ago. They had game one. The game won 10 minutes ago.
It's baffling. The answer is, as it always is they go on to the next game because that's all they can do. And
Yeah,
I
exactly.
believe that's the late kickoff next Saturday away to Brighton, which will not be an easy game.
No, Brighton looking for payback, of course, after having gone down at home to West Ham this weekend, of course.
Yeah.
Right, so we better do the parish notices before we go. Don't forget to check out all the shows on the SJP World Media podcast feed. Don't forget to check out a very special pre-recorded Chain Wrestling tomorrow here on SJP World Media. Mags is bringing you a special tribute to Terry Funk and to the late Wyndham Rotunda. So everyone please do like that and share that, because that's going to be a tough one, but it's an important one for sure. And also, of course, on the SJP World Media podcast feed, the Volley will be out early part next week, probably be out on Tuesday. Myself and Dan, and hopefully Connor, will be on to talk about all the football from this weekend. Probably record it tomorrow night, so we'll do it tomorrow night, maybe. Maybe Dan says he's.
I can't do tomorrow night.
Well,
tomorrow, I was going to tell you off there.
We'll figure it out one way or another. But either way, don't forget to follow Connor at Connor Knows Footy. Dan?
I'm there, look, at Dan Griffin 21.
Absolutely brilliant.
On the X. Yeah.
On
and
the
also
X,
check out at UTT Podcast for the wrestling podcast that I'm involved in, where we look at the first and last of professional wrestling. And you can find our side projects through there as well. The two that we had going have come to an end, but keep an eye out for more coming soon. And
awesome.
we might just be getting a final word from Papa Griffin here. Keep
Get
it
in there.
Keep
Papa Griffin.
Papa
Griffin, you are live on the Volley. Please do not swear.
I think it's got another goal in it.
You
5 minutes from then.
My dad said 5 minutes from the end, Darwin had another goal in him.
Well, I think we can all agree on that one. Right, don't forget to follow me down here at MattTack. Follow the show up here at the Volley Show. And don't forget to press that button just down there, just below us here, for the like button, and the share button. If you're watching on demand, thank you very much. We will be back on Friday for West Ham Luton and for our transfer deadline day wrap-up show. We will see you Friday. Till then, guys, on behalf of us all here on the Volley, we are out of here.
Victory square.